back and do a tour. So we're just going to do a quick little tour early July in this beautiful rainy
Smoggy weather from
for
the Canadian fires.
For the 1st of July, we got some pretty crappy weather, so we might as well be indoors. Anyway, that's where we're headed.
Too many people. Did you get it? Oh, it's just the guest book. We can do that. I thought it was some historical book. Just a sign book, sign-in book, guest book. Did you happen to see the big tub of putters?
Oh yeah.
Did you see the putters, the putting green out there?
One of the 10 largest in the world. I think it's the only one
It's out there.
Yeah.
that's not affiliated with an actual
She said we ended up here, right? I think get back in the door.
Yeah.
See if
We start there, we work away, and you see that. And then the
Oh, step. And there's the rest of it.
back there or something.
Yeah.
All people come from, well, I mean, in their travels.
There's one way up here, and here, here.
Cool. A lot of people think.
Greenland to the right. Down.
Right here? Yeah. It's usually kind of there on like green, it's icy more than Iceland is
Yeah.
green.
Wow.
Or like Chris Crystal.
Yeah. You know what, then, we don't like those Canadians, they just drink the Canadian.
Hey, it was good. Sweet.
I like to go. Keep
All right.
going, like chugging forward.
Oh yeah.
That's where they do it. Okay. Very cool. Okay. Love. Listen to that.
Just one of the $2,000 cocktails.
Yeah. I imagine it is. Yeah.
Product: yellow butterfly popcorn.
So, welcome to Journeyman Distillery. My name is Ed. Journeyman Distillery is a grain and glass distillery. What that means is we do everything right here in-house. From milling the grains to mashing to fermenting to distilling to bottling and then to serving to the cocktail at the bar upstairs. That's pretty elite. On the average, only about 2 in 10 distilleries can claim that. We're certified organic, kosher, and gluten-free. We get our wheat from Michigan, corn and barley from Illinois, Indiana, and our barley from Wisconsin. What I'm going to do is take the on the production floor, have talk about the distilling process, bring it back upstairs, give you free and history of the building, some of the background of Journeyman, and then we'll set up some of their spirits. At any point, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like, I figured this out already, but it's a pretty old building. There's a couple spots with some low beams and white beams, not for an option, I'll just be aware. All right, so just follow me this way.
This got me. But it's cheesy. Sure with the thing with etc.
What?
And so
All right, if you're looking outside the windows, 3 silos. And that's where we store the corn, the rye, and the wheat that we use for our barley. Our barley is kept in 50-pound bags. So, when it goes, the grains go out of the silos and the tubes into the hop pipe. If they're going to use barley or any of the grain, it gets inserted in the hatch. After we mix those grains together, we're transferred to the room behind the facility. That's what our mill is. Our mill is a hammer mill. And what the mill does, it basically pulverizes those grains. One of the byproducts of that is a found in collier. So if that mill would be out in the open, collier would be on right there. After we mill the grains, we transfer them to one of the 2 mash tanks. On average, with the 2,500 pounds of grain, 1,000 gallons of water, heating to 180 degrees. Inside the tank are blades, hot slaves, moving the mash around. Over a 10-hour pending in stages, we're going to cool that mash down to about 63 degrees. The purpose of the mash test is to separate the sugars from the starches and the grains. That process takes about 10 to 11 hours. At the end of that time period, that mash will taste like a sweet oil. It tastes just boiled grains at this point. From the mash tank, everything gets transferred to one of our fermentation tanks. We have 15 tanks. Fermentation tanks have a nice dimple skin on the outside, second layer of skin on the inside. Between the layers is glycol. Glycol helps keep the mash at an ounce temperature of about 78 degrees. We then insert yeast into the mix. Yeast will consume the sugar, turning it into alcohol and CO2. CO2 gets released from the top of the tank. On average, it takes 5 to 6 days in the fermentation tank. At the end of that time period, that mash will taste like a sour beer with a 10% by volume for alcohol. Everything will then be transferred to the still. Now, each fermentation tank is going to produce anywhere from 70 to 100 gallons of spirit. So think about it, 2,500 pounds of grain, 1,000 gallons of water, that's what we have up with, 70 to 100 gallons of spirit. Right, so it's crazy. Now, any questions on these procedures? Margaret, squeeze back out, just watch your head.
Cut. Okay. Coming.
I didn't sleep.
Oh.
We got the machine. You like cat for it. No,
Alright, this is our still, and the names are Ethel. Ethel is handmade by the company in Germany. Ethel is all copper, even under the protective skin. What the copper does, it helps desalsify the spirit. So at the end of the 5 to 6 days of fermentation tank, everything's transferred to the pot of the still. Once inside the pot, we're going to heat it anywhere from 170 to 190 degrees. What that does, it turns the alcohol into a vapor. Now, we still have about 1,000 gallons of water in there. Water doesn't vaporware to about 212 degrees. As the alcohol vaporizes, it's collected at the top portion of the pot, which we call the whiskey helmets. From the whiskey helmet, the vapors then get transferred into the columns. Once inside the columns, we heat it, cool it, and the liquid to a vapor a few times, depending on the spirit. And what we're doing in the columns is removing some of the impurities. In between each of the windows are copper plates. When those plates are closed, that counts as one distillation. So we can technically distill something 18 times. When it gets its final liquid stage, it's carried to the condenser, what comes off the still. Everything we distill comes off that condenser. Everything was cleared at 160 proof. So that our bottles, this is letting off at 190 proof. We have our first 30 to 135 proof. Right now, up until August, we're in our summer schedule, so it's 2 days on, 2 days off. After August, we distill 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, in a 33, 34 period with 3 runs. Each one produces anywhere from 70 to 100 gallons of spirit. This is what we distilled on the 29th. This is our last feather rye whiskey. 60% rye, 40% wheat, and we barrel aged. So you get the peppery spice of the wine, a little bit of the sweetness from the wheat as well. It's about 160 pounds. Just go up, give it a try and step back.
Take your finger.
Well, dang, get
No,
it.
exactly.
Oh my god.
But it's good. You get the pepper spice, you get a little bit of the sweetness. And really, oh, we're going to try
That's good.
this to smell like wine later on.
That's
Great.
Oh my god. White bag.
Just evaporate off the fingers of lips. Last feather rye whiskey. Yeah. We're going to try it later on.
I'll wake you up. Damn.
This was just a stir.
actually. I'm just going to get out of people's way.
It's going to be whiskey.
I'm just trying to get out of the way because.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whiskey there.
Yep.
So
So very. Yep. What's that? You ain't never done it before.
Tastes like a rye though.
Yeah.
So yeah, you still get the essence of the grain, you get that rye, you get the sweetness of the wheat. That's just very hot and pure alcohol. Now at the end of the run, we either add water and bottle it, or we barrel it. Barrels that we use for American New White Oak. All our barrels come with 3 char on the inside. Charring barrels from 1, which is the least, to 5, which is the most. What charring does, gives the spirit a little bit of caramel, vanilla, butterscotch flavoring. It also adds all the color to the spirit. We only use our barrels 1 time. By law, you can only use a bourbon barrel 1 time to make bourbon. So we sell some of our bourbon barrels to Scotch. And a Scotch has to be aged in new white oak barrels that have bourbon in them. We also sell fully barrels out to the wineries and breweries around here. Think of bourbon stouts, whiskey ales. And private citizens like yourself will buy one of our used barrels. One last thing about the distilling process, 3 stages to it. First stage to come out distilled is called heads. That's about 3 to 5 gallons. Heads is going to be nothing but alcohol, unsafe to drink. Moonshiners used to take it, cut it with water and sell it. That's where the phrase blind drunk comes from. Consume too much methanol, it becomes go blind or no. That's it. Second part of the word is the heart. That's what you just tried. The heart is going to have the most essence, flavor of the grains. That's what we use to bottle more barrel. And then the third part of the word is the tails, which is about 2 to 4 gallons. And when the tails come out, it's been distilled for 10 plus hours. Really high in alcohol content, but it's more water than alcohol. Not very common. You can drink the tails, but the blood lecture at the heads, there's just a lot of flavor to it. So as soon as you cut it off, you shut it down, and you take everything else out of the still, we'll take the tails out with it. When the run is done, you take all that spent mash, press it to remove as much of the liquid from it as possible, and then we sell the little mash to local farmers as a supplement for the livestock. Highly valuable because 1, it's all air, 2, it's high in protein. We just have to put as much in the alcohol under as possible. We don't want the cow to be too easy.
Yeah.
Our full service restaurant, Staymakers, gets its beef from the Kavitsky Farms here with 3 of us, kind of like Circle of Life, and we also use our Philibone bourbon mash for the pizza person to it. So if you want the kids to stick to the car home, give them a pizza. Any questions on the distilling process?
The barreling process. What's the percentage of small barrels to normal sized barrels?
We'll use 5, 15, 30, and 53 gallon barrels. The smaller the barrel, the quicker the aging process. So we just started using 53. It all just depends on the spirit and our production schedule.
Okay.
Any other questions? Any questions? Oh, all right.
You be a quiz, babe. Where's the quiz?
All stuff.
What? I think I was going to do a quiz when you guys spell. My cut.
Yeah. And they say they have happy cows in California. I think Kentucky has the happiest cows.
Bye.
Here's all the labels. Watch your head. We thinking?
Yeah. Cool. This is Ricky Mountain Tour.
Bloody Mary.
You still here?
Oh.
All right, so I talked about the barrels being charred. This is one of our barrels. Number 3 char on the inside. You can see the charring never penetrated too deeply, but it sure does the trick. You probably noticed those spaces in between the board. That's a marble. We took the spirit out, we took the top off. Can we take that top off and compromise the barrel? That's where you're going to see those spaces. We get the barrels completely tight, no very tight, already charred on the inside. Our rolling entrance, exit point is right there. That's where we fill the spirit. That's when we take the spirit out. Spirit will sit there for the, come on, Stephanie. Everyone, Stephanie. Yay.
Stephanie!
Stay center for those in determining. Over time, all those charred flakes on the side start flaking off, pouring in the spirit, give it a lot of the color and flavoring. Don't get color and flavor from the nice holiday char on the side. and then flavored with oak barrel itself. It's a great process. We get our barrels from 3 different distributors. One is the Independent Steak Company in Lebanon, Kentucky. Other 2 are Barrel Bill and Black Swamp, both located in Minnesota. Any questions on the grills? Right, we'll go back upstairs and do an act.
No.
Oh, sweet. So go to 1 star, and the rest of you just follow me upstairs. All right, this is our original production room. That's our original staff. That's Willie Wonka. Willie Wonka is a Jackson design. It's Ethel downstairs. Same company. You're going to do 1/3 of the place. So when it runs 24 hours a day, you can produce anywhere from 70 to 45 gallons of spirit. There's also a third distiller called Tennessee. Tennessee was about 3 gallons of 8 or 9 of beer. The other thing that's good up these days just used for experimentation. But we want to send advantage of both the stills. We use them both quite a bit. We're going to experiment. Jose's working on Tennessee. He's experimenting making an absinthe for us. Pretty cool.
Absinthe,
Any questions on any of this? All right, so we're going to go into the barrel room and do the tasting, the history and tasting portion of it. When you walk in, right hand
See
side,
that
Thing up top, yeah.
the bag? That's a tea bag of juniper. That's for making gin. Yeah.
if you don't want to use a sheet, you don't have to. And then just grab a tip on a seat.
All right.
All right, this way? Yeah.
Follow him.
Follow you. Man, follow you.
Follow him.
Undressed.
Oh, magic. Oh, I like that.
You guys see the night before? Well, what is it cost?
Tasting to your outside chickens. Also, postcard if you like, address it. I'll mail it for you.
Okay. Start to me, you want to be about okay, you got 2. Yeah, that's not. But then you're gonna have to eat. Well, that'll not yet. How much? I'll eat family later.
Alright, so postcard if you like, grab a postcard, address it, leave it with me, and I'll mail it for you. I'll with you. Cool. To the building, late 1800s, there was a man by the name of E.K. Warren. Now, E.K. Warren owned a general store here in the Three Oaks area. Being the owner of the store, he heard complaints and gossip of the day. One of the biggest complaints of the night came from the women. Back then, they wore corsets. Corsets were binding. In order to become binding, they used stays, which are made out of whale. Now, over time, whale tend to become brittle and would break. So, if you imagine something very tight around your midsection, stay breaks, getting poked by the bowling jar. Not pleasant, sure. Fate has it, E.K. Warren was visiting a feather duster factory in Chicago, where they make feather dusters out of turkey feathers. One bone they couldn't use, they called the feather bone, had some skin quills on it, they threw these away. E.K. Warren takes these feather bones, and in 1883, he gets a patent to start making corsets. First year making corsets, makes like $6,000. Not bad, mechanic. By his third year making corsets, he's making almost $1 million. He revolutionized the corset industry, opened corset shops all over the US and Europe, and in addition to making corsets on that feather bone, he also made 100 different types of buggy whips, along with some other products. He built a feather bone factory to manufacture all these items. Feather bone factory started at Staymakers, where it first region. Over 15 years in stages. It ran the entire length of the block, all the way down from the parking lot. They include the building across the street with a large chimney, and the library on the corner of Elm Street, right next to the railroad tracks and Boston SDA. E.K. wanted to get in one of the largest employers of the area. With his newfound wealth, he traveled the world, became a philanthropist, also a conservationist, loved the outdoors. So he started buying a lot of land. Now, some of the land that he purchased, he donated back to the state to be used as a state park. That's why we have Warren Woods, 3 miles north of here, 300 plus acres of primeval forest. Same true with Warren Dude State Park. 10 miles north of here, Warren Lake, 2,000 acres with 2 miles of beachfront that it just gave away. I'm sure his distant relatives were like just a little sliver of that back, and if you've ever been there, it's really beautiful. What I think the most interesting thing about E.K. Warren is that he was a staunch prohibitionist. Minister's son, absolutely hated alcohol, didn't want his employees to drink, didn't want anyone to drink around him. So we're pretty sure it's not too happy with us distilling this New Norfolk factory. Lights flicker, bottles fall over. Wayfarer told Lynn K. Warren. His disdain for alcohol was so great, he went to the commission here in Berrien County and said, I want to buy up all the existing liquor licenses and make it a dry area. The commissioner said, well, we can do that. There's just one problem. We're going to lose a lot of tax revenue from the set of alcohol. E.K. Warren said, it's not a problem. So what he did was purchase all the existing liquor licenses. He compensated the owners of the license. And then from 1895 to 1915, he paid the estimated sales tax on what the sale of alcohol would have been to keep it dry. I don't have this dedication. I don't have to tell you, in a lot of circles, not a popular guy. He faced a ridicule, scorn, even a few death threats from what I understand. But he was able to keep it dry for about 20 years. Around 1915, they had enough of him, kicked him out. He went to Evanston, Illinois. That's where he died. He died on January 16, 1919. Also on that date in U.S. history, the 18th Amendment to the Constitution was ratified, which just happened to be prohibition. So he probably thought, my work is done, I'm out of here. Time of his death, he's worth $6 million. That's about $145 million to us. His sons took over the factory, but by the late 1920s, early 30s, corsets were no longer in fashion. And with the advent of the automobile, you really didn't need 100 different types of buggy wears. But they built a beautiful building, did really well for themselves, we're very happy with it. Now, second part of our story, Journeyman's founder, Bill Walter, graduates from Valparaiso High School, gets a golfing scholarship, full ride, goes to Missouri State, plays on the Division Award golf team for 4 years. After he graduates, he decides he's going to go to Scotland to continue the golfing education. In Scotland, he's golfing all day, working in a restaurant at night. He meets a man by the name of Greg Ramsey. Then they become lifelong friends. After a year in Scotland, Bill comes back to the States. He's here for 5, 6 years. When that friend, Greg Ramsey, calls and says, hey, I'm in Tasmania, I bought some land, I'll put a golf course on it. Next to the land was a little mill, or we put a distillery. You want to help me with this project? Bill says, absolutely. Now at this point, Bill is in a whole lot of distilling, knows a lot about golf, he's got a pretty ouch of the business. So he goes to Tasmania to help his friend Greg. This is where he catches the distilling bug. Studies the distilling process of his friend Greg for a few months, and then stays at other distillers in Tasmania to see what they're doing, and then comes back to the States on now what he wants to do. He wants to open his own distillery. So he looks around and finds this place. This place was a wreck. All the windows broken, worn up, standing water everywhere. But I can see the beauty of it. So Bill and his father Chuck purchased this original production area and the original journal bar section. We'll start rehabbing it. In the meantime, Bill's still kind of living in Chicago, so he starts distilling at the Cobalt Distillery on Ravenswood Avenue. Cobalt was pretty young back then, so we didn't have to fill a whole lot. So when they weren't using it, still Bill used it. And Bill was hoping that by the time we got this up and running here, something would sell. Because when you're a distillery, with your own tasting room, you have to sell your own product. The problem was everything you distill pretty much has to be barrel aged, so it takes time. So in early 2010, Bill starts distilling at the Cobalt Distillery on Ravenswood Avenue. In July of 2011, we got this production up and running. October 2011, we opened up the Journeyman Bar, which is 4 spirits. Red Arrow Vodka, Bill By Black Heart Gin, WR Whiskey, and it'll last for the while. Not a lot, but because I like to out money. 11 plus years, we're ready to increase the product line. Stay Makers, full service restaurant, open October 2015. The name Stay Makers refers to the people that worked. It was their job title, they were Stay Makers. Ethyl and wine, a few months before the was open. We have 3 event spaces. That room we're just in is a still room that can accommodate 100 people. Above us, Warren Hall can accommodate 350 people. Upstairs, across the hall, the greater 150 people. 2020, we have 180 wedding rooms. It's a slow day team. We have 120 person wedding upstairs. Out back, this is Putting Green, 30,000 square foot Pine Green, 18 halls. One of the largest putting greens in the U.S. down the golf course. We have putters, scorecards, pencils, golf balls. You can putt for $90 a day all day long. Right now, we distribute 35 states in the District of Columbia. And then last but not least, we're redeveloping the old windshield wiper factory in Valparaiso, Indiana. It'll be the second journal location. Here in 3 Oaks, we have 49,000 square feet. In Valparaiso, we have 140,000 square feet. In Valparaiso, we're going to distill, brew beer, we have tasting rooms, restaurants, bars, event spaces, rooftop decks, outdoor settings, a whiskey garden, American Steakhouse, a brew pub, 3 other restaurants. In the winter, we're going to have an outdoor ice skating rink. Eventually, we hope to have a bowling alley, movie theater, and a hotel. Now, the goal is to have phase 1 open on the 2nd of October 2023, and then in the following 2 years, open the rest as we go along. So we're very excited about that. So that's where we're at right now. Any questions on the history or the bill or Bell brings or anything else?
Did you? I care. I don't know if you said, where are all your barrels being stored at now?
There's 2 warehouses, Porterville that way, or Super Farm that way.
Oh,
Any other questions?
no.
Stay German. At least we for Germany. Everything we're going to try tonight will be 90 proof, unless I state otherwise. I'm going to start with our wheated spirits first. This is our Red Arrow Vodka. Red Arrow Vodka is 100% wheat vodka. We run it from the still twice. It's going to be just a creamy, buttery vodka, slight sweetness to it with a nice, clean finish. You don't get the bite you get with for potato vodka. You laugh, wait till you try it. It sounds crazy saying it's buttery, but it's kind of buttery.
And anything you don't want to try, just you need your time not to do
And
it.
someone who was at the table,
Actually, that is good.
yeah, no, my fridge is definitely that was also water in his hole.
It's up in my happening to hold it. But it smells where we're all.
It kind of does evaporate. It's vodka. You just kind of, yeah, that's what it's for.
Yeah.
And then you can rinse.
Oh, done those there. Here's the bit.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? Was it creamy and buttery?
It was creamy.
It sounds crazy, but it's
For vodka. First, people will do. Say Red Arrow vodka.
Hello.
So let's go to 2 bar first.
So what you want to do is take the Glencairn glass, hold it on your nose.
I'm not cleaning my hands with it yet.
And just breathe it through your nose. Nothing extravagant. Just breathe it. To change the name to is out, you're back to square one. When I first started here 7 years ago, that was the question I got asked the most. That we used to love that grape. What happened to it? Well, we had to change the name, unfortunately. It's been about 9 years now. It's our best seller. But after we initially had to change it from grape to the last feather, pretty pissed off about it. So we put a little R on the back for Raven to ride with some Raven twins. And then we put some Ravens around the building. So a little passive aggressive, but I think well deserved.
I think we have a Ravenswood actually at home.
Yeah. Does that go with smart Europe?
The rod.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's right. It is right.
This will just be kind of spicy.
Yeah. Spicy versus just hot. That's a dope. Okay, here's a video. Yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah. That tastes like a rye.
Rye is not my thing. It's actually not bad for a rye though. I mean, it's kind of smooth considering usually rye usually for me is usually a little spicy.
Yeah.
But
It's definitely got the spice to it.
Well, all right has the purple.
Yeah.
yeah, it's soft though. Yeah, like you said, it's smooth. Yeah, usually, yeah. I like, yeah.
Rye usually is.
Usually like spicy versus the heat.
Correct.
Yeah. Call myself, I know. Pour some for us.
Gotta see.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it's gonna be
Yeah.
off.
Good, thank you.
Summer.
Now, this next one is our Not a King Rye Whiskey. Not a King Rye Whiskies, named for George Washington on the label. George Washington always said he wanted to be president, not a king. And before being president, what he was known for was distilling. In his day, George Washington was one of the biggest distillers in the country. So in honor of George, we call this Not a King Rye Whiskey. Not a King Rye Whiskey is 60% rye, 35% corn, 5% malted barley, barrel aged. You get the creamy malty sweetness from the corn, the barley. I get a little bit of cherry in there sometimes. On the tip of the tongue, I get the pepper and spice. And the back of the tongue or back of the throat, I also get the pepper and spice, a little bit of smoke to it, and a little bit of the weightiness from the barrel. Now that we only use to release on President's Day each year, we do like 700 bottles. It became so popular, it's such a great ride. About 4 years ago, put in full rotation, so now you get it all year round. So you might not have seen this one before. Short of glass.
I know, I decided to set this one out, so I better pace myself.
Okay. We're gonna get a free t-shirt going.
Oh,
And this technical t-shirt.
dang it. As long as there was no quiz.
Oh gosh, no quiz, please.
ate it with Jupiter. I really liked it. I didn't like the other one. I mentioned it before. I don't know why that.
None of it's off.
It's not my thing. It's an interesting. It's woodsy.
I like the.
Yeah, I don't mind this, but it's a
This
little
is
more woodsy,
short run, the
more grassy green flavor. Yeah.
Minute.
What about dill? Do you ever get dill? Marona?
Never had that one.
Yeah.
So everybody has 9,000 taste buds. I've had horse life, list more developed.
Yeah.
So people get different things.
Yeah.
When I say, that's what I get, maybe something else. I did this tour with a woman who worked for Kraft Foods, and she was a food taster.
Oh.
Her palate was just off the charts.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah.
She could pull everything out. We started to tell her what was in there, but she would guess it was amazing.
And she probably had the power of suggestion, and you started tasting
Yeah,
it.
I love it. I thought I better stop. Everybody might want to see. She could do it.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Very cool.
Thank you.
And kids too. When kids order tour, we can't. They could pull a lot of flavors too because they're not destroying it. The pollution.
Oh yeah, that's
That's a fair point.
It's a little
They
fierce.
don't taste it.
We add, yeah. Nothing right.
I almost like smelly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why with the candle place. That's why one of the biggest sellers is the bourbon. Because the bourbon candle.
Now, this next one is our field ride. In 2018, it was the 125th anniversary of the Columbian Exhibition World's Fair in Chicago.
Yep.
Some of the buildings built for the World's Fair eventually became the Field Museum of Chicago.
Yep.
Field Museum wanted to commemorate that anniversary. They commissioned us to do 3 spirits. Field Rye, Field Gin, and Field Vodka. Core shelf sales from the Field Series goes to the museum to help them like an exhibit or dinosaur day. So pretty cool, very proud to be playing it. And they also sell the Field Series in their gift shop. With the Holy Spirit, they sell in their gift shop. Then they have 1.2 million people coming to the gift shop a year. So there's a lot of eyes on their parts.
Yeah.
So what we did for the Field Rye is we blessed on the rye whiskey, and then we took Black Mission figs from California, macerated about 7 weeks in there, removed the figs, gave them a sort of Field Rye. So what you end up with is pepper and spice once again, and now you get that nice sweetness with figs, which is very unusual for a rye to have that sweetness to it. To me, the figs pull the pepper out a little more, gives it a longer finish. This makes a great Manhattan. All you need is Field Rye, some ice, a couple dashes of bitters, and Luxardo cherries, and you're good to go.
I like it all the time. The Manhattan.
Better interest.
It's almost a Manhattan already, it really is.
I love Manhattans because they're not as sweet as the Ovashki.
Yes.
Sure.
He's sweet.
Not yet. That's the Manhattan one.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's killed.
The worst.
They get Walmart. And it didn't please.
Oh, smell that. That smells like fig Newton-y.
Fancy things. It's just on bourbon and cream something else.
Oh no, that's different.
I can see why that'd make a good Manhattan.
It's almost Manhattan.
It is, I mean, yeah, apple over ice.
Wired, 'cause it's so sweet.
Yeah. That almost kind of reminds me of Nocino.
I can like sit and drink that. So they're very.
That's delicious.
Okay,
It's all things those fit in. You don't have a great service.
so is this considered, because I don't know anything about the spirits, is this a whiskey? Is it the bourbon?
It's a whiskey. Yep, this fits up. A whiskey infused with fix.
Thank you, Bill.
2 years ago, this is our pit spitter cherry whiskey. We took less of the rye, infused it against our pit spitter. So what you get is just a touch of that pepper and spice, not a whole lot. You get it with a nice cherry flavor, turns the back end, and then a really big sweetness. All the sweetness, all the cherry flavor comes from just the cherries. We don't add any kind of cherry juice, cherry flavor, and sugar all comes from cherries. This is 70 proof. This makes it great in fashion. You don't want sugar cube. Also great as a dessert or vanilla bean ice cream or a milkshake. You can make your own cherry Coke with it. And a hot day today, mix it with a lemonade.
I like all of these ideas.
Yeah. What else? Keep going. Look how red it is even already. Yeah. It's very red. Man,
I think it's very sweet on its own.
that looks yummy.
Oh, you can smell the
Oh,
sweetness.
it's not right away.
We have this at home. Why don't we drink this? Right? I mean, we just got ice
just
cream.
haven't opened it yet.
We just got ice cream yesterday, so why not?
Oh, that's
Sweet white salt lake.
Man, is that sweet? Oh, right.
Makes it look like a
Maybe that's why I don't drink it. Is it's really sweet.
What do you think of that?
I kind of feel like the field rye was sweeter.
Yeah. Oh, your girl trying to go.
Yeah,
That's what we're supposed to be making.
that's why. Yeah, did you take notes?
She's not taking
Oh, Mike, you gotta get some up. I feel like I feel like the field rye was a little sweeter to me.
What's that?
I feel like the field rye seemed sweeter to me.
Really?
To me. I mean, it's really sweet, right?
It's different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Chocolate martini. I just 2 years ago. I mean, this is 2 years ago.
So what did you think? Yep.
All right.
We'll sign for you.
There's one more. I'm a good girl.
I think what I enjoy most about this is like everybody's glasses are exactly the same.
Yeah,
They're
just
all
one,
like
right?
ones.
So we just finished up at the Journeyman Distillery in Three Oaks, Michigan. We started off having lunch with my nephew and my sister, and then we went on the tour. And we've been up here a couple times, but we've never done the tour. So we did the tour, had a good tour guide. Then we went in and had a tasting. And normally you get maybe 3, 4. We had like 13.
12, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were definitely half-ounce pours probably, but
Yeah.
definitely it was just enough to get a good taste of what it is.
Yeah, we dumped a lot though. I mean, not because we didn't like it, but you can't have that many
Yeah.
at one time.
I drink it. But anyway,
Did you?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm driving. So, but
well, the vodka and the gin I poured out because
honey,
it's vodka.
vodka and gin are revenue generators while you wait for bourbon to.
I know it's a necessary evil.
I know. But you gotta admit though, their vodka was pretty smooth and creamy and buttery.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still vodka though.
it's still vodka.
Yeah. Anyway.
Then we got we bought a Glencairn and then T-shirt and bought a hat for
For my
my nephew and Glencairn for my nephew. So it was a fun time.
It was fun, yeah. And then we, took a little walk downtown Three Oaks, which we always wanted to do. A lot of little antique shops and a cute
Yeah.
little, I don't know what you call this place. It's called Freilicks. So people who are in this area know what it is like. It reminds me of Magnolia Market. Had a little eatery place. Had some knickknacks. Had some little lake life type knickknacks. Cute place.
Had food, beverage,
Yeah, fuel, liquors.
beer, wine. So
So anyways, cute. So anyway, it's this. We just kind of touched the tip of what Journeyman is all about. It's definitely a nice community.
yeah.
Some historical information.
Yeah, we
about
got the
building.
history of the guy who started the building. How it was a very dry building. The owner made his business dry and then bought out all the liquor licenses in the town to make the town dry. And now his building is a distillery.
Yeah. Dun dun dun. Irony. Anyway, we'll wrap it up. It was a good visit, and it's a 45-minute drive from South Bend, Indiana. So highly recommend it. You can find Journeyman whiskey spirits pretty generously around the country. I think he said 35 states.
Yep. In fact, one of their bourbons or whiskeys won the best whiskey in the Ascot Awards for 2023.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm
now
pretty.
we won't be able to find that.
Yeah. Well, anyways, corsets, whips, I forget the name. Shoot, corsets, whips, and whiskey,
Sure.
something like that.
Sounds like
Anyway,
that.
well, I'm sure you've already seen that in the video because this is the trailer.
Yeah, we'll put it down here.
Down here. Okay, anyway, that's a wrap. Now we're going to go home and
Go to a movie.
go to a movie. All right.
All right.
Till next time.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Yay. Oh.
Yeah, it's better.
Ooh, Brussels sprouts.
Okay, so I guess I have some fruit to eat. The Brussels sprouts are good here. Oh, meatloaf. Oh, that sounds good.
I can't eat a whole of anything, so.
I was gonna say, if you want to get something split,
That's what we usually do.
I'm cool with that.
Well, what sounds good?
Yes. I'll be honest. I was looking at the club.
Yeah.
Okay, either the club or the chicken.
I was thinking about maybe splitting the meatloaf.
Ooh, yeah. Didn't we do that last time?
I don't remember, but
But their meatloaf is good here.
That's feather chicken.
if you do, want to do it again?
Sun-dried tomatoes.
Sure.
The club sounds good. Let's do that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sick of chicken.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm so sick of chicken.
Do you want fries or potato salad as the side?